The Los Angeles
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio.
The NBA basically said, carry this league into the next level. Do you even want that responsibility?
If they want me to carry the torch of the league, I have no problem with doing that. I want people to say that LeBron James did it his way.
The third leading scorer for two, all-time in scoring.
And now he's the legend.
The crowd wants it. James fade, jumper, good! LeBron James is the NBA's new all-time scoring king.
As much as I tried to live in the moment, it was kind of a blur. I've been able to do some incredible things in this league, and hopefully I can do some more incredible things before I'm done.
Jay, Will, and Max, ESPN Radio. LeBron James, who came into the league, I would say it's fair to say with more pressure than any athlete who ever came into any league, at least in this country. I don't know about soccer, but and somehow exceeded expectations, is now the all-time points leader in the NBA, scoring leader in the NBA.
Golf clap, P. Golf clap.
And he has said in the past he doesn't even really think of himself as a scorer. And he just broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record, guys, last night. Third quarter. Jay on a fadeaway. I thought maybe he was going to do it on a little hook.
A hook shot?
Yeah.
So last night I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm saying, all right, Kareem broke the record, and Kareem has a signature shot, right? The hook shot. So you thought LeBron was going to do it. Actually, LeBron broke the record with his own signature shot. Since coming into the league in 2003, 2004, he's had the second most fadeaway jump shots other than Dirk. So he did it with his own signature shot in a signature moment of a game where his team needed every single point to keep themselves in the ballgame.
Wait, he has more fadeaway jump shots than anyone in the history of the league other than Dirk?
Other than Dirk, right. since coming into the league.
And that's his shot, just like Kareem did his shot. LeBron, everyone's thinking maybe it'll be a hook, kind of pay homage, but he did his thing.
Did it his way, Key.
Yeah, I thought it would be a hook tomorrow night or Thursday night.
When you had tickets to the game?
I still have tickets to the game. If you want to go, Jay, I can give them to you. I mean,
you ain't going there. Ain't no way you going now.
The price, not a chance. I told my son and everybody last night, I said, man, y'all go ahead. And everybody's like, texting and saying whatever as he's getting closer to the record. I'm like, yeah, y'all go ahead and handle this because I won't be going. But it's great to see LeBron James. It's just good to see history like this. I mean, you obviously never thought anybody would get Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record, especially when, Michael Jordan, people that scored a lot of points, Kobe and all of those guys were so far behind at their retirement that you look up and now all of a sudden you see one of the greatest players in the history of basketball do this. And not only from a point scoring standpoint, but when you look at the overall game, the assist, you talked about the fadeaway, the championships, multiple MVPs at the league level as well as the championship level MVP. I mean, you just witnessed, I guess you could call it greatness, right? I mean, what other word do you look for? And when you're trying to, summarize what this moment was, I mean, it was a star-studded event, right? It was everybody in Hollywood out to, say and look at greatness and thank LeBron James for giving us these moments.
Yeah, I mean, look, in the modern NBA history, that record has been held by three men when we just showed the graphic. And by modern NBA, you want to say shot clock, what was that, the mid-50s, 1954? You're really talking about the absorption of the ABA teams because that's the advent of the three-point shot and all that. And there was Wilt Chamberlain, whose career, went from the 60s through the 50s through the mid-60s. We just have it up through through 1984. I didn't realize Wilt Chamberlain played in 1984. Yeah. I have no recollection of Wilt Chamberlain as an active player.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember ever having watched him play.
No, in 1984, you probably would have.
Yeah, but Max. I would have because he was such a big deal. But for whatever reason,
crazy. You're like 22 in 1984.
I know, but for some reason,
oh yeah, that's true. Max was probably about 22.
Oh no, that's the problem because he didn't play in 1984. I'm an idiot. He said 1984 is when the record fell. Right. Okay. So he held the record from 1966. I'm a total idiot. That just threw me. From 1966 until 1984. And then Kareem from 84 to 2003. And then LeBron James now. Every, 20 to 40 years, someone breaks this record. It's a big deal. The only three names in the modern era really are Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and LeBron James.
Well, LeBron is not just going to break it. I mean, he's going to shatter it.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably has another 3 years left. He may end up with 41.
I was just about to ask you that.
41,000 when it's all said and done.
I was just about to ask you that.
You don't know, my whole world just turned upside down when I thought, wait, he played it.
So it's a wrap then, Jay. So it's a wrap. It'll never be touched.
I don't know if it'll never be touched. I mean, inevitably, records are meant to be broken. And I will say with the pace of the game, how much it's increased in the volume of possessions.
But aren't they talking about reducing the amount of games?
Yeah, that could be true. They could. I mean, it's a conversation. We'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know. Records are always meant to be broken. But,
no question. But
I mean,
geez.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he's going to play for another at least
5 years.
You say 5? I say another 3.
I say 5.
I say
and the reason I say 5, what, he got 2 left on this deal?
Got 2 left on. Well, yeah, 2.
2 or 3 left. I don't remember. It's either 2 or 3 left on this current NBA deal. Then you got to factor in
play with Bronny.
Yeah.
Why he's gonna play with his son? Why'd you make that face?
Because I wasn't thinking about his son. I was just thinking about him at this moment. I was just gonna say, then he's gonna probably get 2 to 3 kicking years, just because. When I mean kicking years, be able to be the leader on the team, score 20 points a game, chill, that sort of thing, where you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out just because I can.
That's the crazy thing about LeBron, Jay, is Wilt Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar spent several years at the end, not really themselves.
Kicking it. I call it kicking it.
A couple years at the end. That's not really Michael Jordan. That's not really Kareem. That's
LeBron James.
LeBron is still, he may not be exactly, but that's still LeBron James playing. After all the years.
But 3 years from now, if we see the same thing we saw today, 3 years from now, last night, 3 years from now, something's wrong.
Something's already wrong, by the way. Something's already wrong. This dude,
the Martians,
points per game.
The Martians or wherever, the aliens, whatever came in the middle of the night and put something over him and something.
So at 38, he's averaging 30-plus points per game, and his game is going to evolve. The more his jump shot's going to get better. So you can't tell me you can't use him as a pick and pop kind of guy as he gets older when he doesn't have the same athletic ability.
Like Brady, right? Brady could still play in the NFL, but not.
Is Brady the GOAT to you
in the NFL?
What?
Yeah. Why?
Because his peak was as good as anyone's who came before him eventually, and he did it twice as long.
So
his record, and mainly, and let's be honest, mainly his record in the playoffs.
Jay,
I can't help myself.
Jay,
I can't help myself.
Do it.
He's 7-3 in the playoffs, right?
Don't do it.
Super Bowl 7-3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jay, why you got to do this?
You don't say Joe Montana is
it's
the greatest?
Too early.
I think that's the guy he passed. He has 3 more Super Bowl championships.
So you reward endurance,
but you don't want championships.
No, I can't, because I'm gonna die on the hill today.
You will die,
because it cemented it.
Trust me, you will die.
Cemented it. So you just said.
He
just said with Michael.
We have almost 4 hours to
I can't help it. He just said with Tom Brady that he rewards endurance because he did it.
No, you said I reward endurance. I didn't use the word endurance.
Actually, go back and play. He said he played twice as long.
Yes, but I didn't say endurance.
What is that?
Not just that he played twice as long. Jay.
No.
He won. I said
Max,
7.
No. Stop.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about change. You just said he played twice as long.
And
just said
his peak was as high.
That
as
was one of the attributes. That was one variable.
LeBron's peak was not as high as Jordan's.
That was one of the variables. But you also said he played twice as long. So you rewarded the endurance for Tom Brady. No. Let me finish, Max. I can't finish my point if you keep interrupting me, Max.
Oh God, this is a rewind from yesterday. Producers, please step in.
You reward endurance on one end with Tom Brady, but then you use it as a detractor for LeBron on the other end. Even though at 38, because for some reason for you don't allow that to elevate LeBron in the conversation, but you use it as a variable to elevate Tom Brady.
That's not true. Okay, can I address that?
I didn't even get a chance to make my point, but you know what?
Make it.
No, put the shot clock on Max. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I think you just made your point. I think you're saying that I'm giving LeBron credit for Brady credit for something I'm not giving LeBron. Is there another point? Please make it.
Go ahead. Please counter that point. Then we can go point by point.
That's very easy point to counter.
These guys
You're switching
hijacked the
things
show
around.
for
I'm
me.
not switching things.
Interesting.
Number one, LeBron James has longevity as Tom Brady does. It's roughly equivalent given their sports. They're
Yes.
both incredible,
Yes.
right? Tom Brady and LeBron James, like Tom Brady, has hit a peak basically as high as anyone's and sustained it for twice as long.
Yes.
If Brady had done that, but his record was 3-7 in the Super Bowl,
Time out.
he wouldn't have passed Joe Montana.
Time out.
But
Time
his
out.
record is 7-3 in the Super Bowl,
Time out.
and you must reward the wins.
Okay, so let's go through who those wins were against. So 4-6 for LeBron in NBA Finals. 3 losses came to the Warriors. 2 of the Warriors were maybe the greatest team we've ever seen in a game of basketball. Kevin
One of them,
Durant.
actually.
No, 2. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry,
Oh, the
and
loss.
Klay
Yes,
Thompson.
yes, for sure. That was the one. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
all right. 2 of those.
Okay,
2.
for
all
sure.
The other one were against the Spurs. I hear the knock on the Miami game. But let's talk about some of the teams that LeBron dragged to the NBA Finals that you use as a detractor for him in the greatest of all time conversation. Can you tell me who was on the 2007 roster, starting 5 for his roster for the Cleveland Cavs? Drew Gooden, Ilgauskas, Larry Hughes, and Eric Snow and LeBron.
Yep.
Okay, let's
Not
talk
the
about.
strongest conference either, but he did get there. Yep. But you're using his teammates.
No,
so
no,
I'm
no.
also using.
Let's
the conference. Go ahead.
2015. Who was on the starting lineup? Because Kyrie wasn't.
Y'all
playing.
don't need to put me in a
Matthew
3-box, man. I'll
Dellavedova
sit
was
out
the second
this.
best guy in
this
the-
whole-
No. Timothy Mozgov
Yeah.
was their second leading scorer. Second leading.
Who?
Yeah, Mozgov. Dellavedova, Tristan Thompson.
I've made this
who's
argument
working
many
with
times.
us,
I agree with this argument.
and Shumpert. So, like, you're using the teams that he dragged to get there. What's the hardest race out of all races, Max? The marathon, right? Because we reward endurance. So this dude at 38, you want to name a race harder than the marathon, Max?
But difficulty in terms of endurance doesn't necessarily mean you're the greatest track and star guy ever because you've won the marathon, Jay. You keep changing the denominator, right, and making it look the same, but it's not exactly the
We
same.
got to go to break, but we'll keep talking about this.
So
I can't
so
help
at any
myself.
rate,
We're going.
Thanks a lot, Jay.
I'm swinging at it, Key, today, all day
Jay,
long.
it's really a
As
bad
soon as
idea.
I don't care what
Jay.
you say. Max isn't going to cut me off today.
Jay,
Today's my day.
You're swinging at
And I'm owning
you're
it,
swinging
kid.
at Mayweather.
No,
Jay, it doesn't work out well.
All right.
Ooh,
Well, I'll be
Mayweather.
Muhammad Ali. You be
Mayweather got a
We'll see who wins that
$1
fight.
million.
I'm Muhammad Ali. Go ahead.
It doesn't work out well.
Yes, yeah, it doesn't for you.
What is
Floyd.
LeBron's greatest achievement? Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, ESPN Radio.
I knew it was coming.
LeBron James called him one of his favorite coaches, if not his favorite. Mike Krzyzewski joins the guys to talk about coaching LeBron to 2 gold medals. Plus, we'll get a few J. Will stories as well. Coach K, this morning at 9 Eastern on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max on ESPN Radio and on ESPNU.
This is where the King made history.
LeBron, one-on-one against Kenrick Williams, backing him in, turns, shoots, scores! There it is! All hail the new king in town!
One of the most iconic records in sports now belongs to the king.
The king, LeBron James, has passed the captain!
Congrats to the new king of scoring in NBA history. The home of King James and the Los Angeles Lakers is 710 ESPN.
Progressive is America's #1 motorcycle insurer, so we understand motorcycles. No, really, we have a bike translator.
Okay, so this bike feels like he's capable of a little more than just trips to the convenience store. Oh, also, he wants to let you know that you can buy a gallon of ice cream instead of a pint every time. Those are his words. So he said roughly like, blink the last wheel. It doesn't really translate, but the way he said it was super funny.
Get 24/7 roadside assistance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Roadside assistance subject to policy terms and limits and may require comprehensive coverage.
Wendy's 2 for $6 lets you mix and match some of our best items, like Dave Single with a 10-piece crispy nugs, medium strawberry lemonade with a spicy chicken sandwich, spicy chicken with a Dave Single with a strawberry lemonade, strawberry lemonade, if you're into that. Chicken Sam, crispy nugs, strawberry lemonade, Dave's, nugs, Sam. Whew. Pick what you want at a price you want. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's 2 for $6. For a limited time, price participation may vary. U.S. Wendy's on the card only. Single item at regular price.
Once upon a time, our family had trouble with pests around our home. Did you know that the stinging insects send tons of people to the hospital? And teeny ticks and mosquitoes can be all around the yard. Their bites can make people and their pets sick. Mice, rats, and roaches need food and water just like us. You do not want them to visit. They can spread disease and make it hard to breathe. I'm sure glad this story has has a happy ending?
Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-285-2521. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-285-2521. 800-285-2521. 800-285-2521.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
LeBron, one-on-one against Kenrick Williams, backing him in. Turns, shoots, scores! There he is!
LeBron, you are the NBA's all-time scoring leader.
Man, thank you, guys. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, we are presented by Progressive Insurance. What is LeBron James's greatest achievement? Is it the 4 rings? I didn't major in math, but is it the all-time sports? Is it the all-time scoring record? Not scoring average, but scoring record. The compiling points
top
record.
3 in scoring average.
You know what I hate? What Jay has done to me, Key? This is what Jay has done to me. This is something that I talk about sometimes on the radio. If you want to torture your sports enemy, and by sports enemy, I mean your dad, your brother, your best friend, your coworker, the person you watch sports with.
I can't believe you're giving this away for free.
I'm giving it away. This is who you watch sports with. They become your sports enemy because it doesn't matter if you all root for the same team, the whole thing. You will find something to disagree about. You like this player, he likes that one, whatever it is. If you really want to torture them, you take a player on your favorite team, like let's say back in the day, a Clippers fan sees Blake Griffin. Oh, my God, he's incredible, right? And you tell that your sports enemy, your dad, whoever it is, your sister, it doesn't matter who it is, you go, you know, Blake Griffin's already the best power forward I've ever seen. Then, of course, they're going to be like, no, stop, wait a minute. He's good. He has a chance to be really good, but yeah, he's averaging 22 points and 10 points. He's not even in the top 10. Now you've just turned them against Blake Griffin because you went overboard, right? Now the rest of his career, as you guys are watching games, inside, they're rooting against Blake Griffin. They can't even enjoy. Then when it's all over, they go, damn, I couldn't have even enjoyed his career because this dude turned me against him. That's what Jay is trying to do with me, with LeBron James. It's not going to work.
Trying to do anything.
It's not going to work.
It's pretty much a done deal.
I'm a big LeBron James fan. It's not going to work.
It doesn't sound like you.
But his greatest, his greatest accomplishment to me was winning that championship in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. Where was down
leaving
3-1? That one?
Excuse me?
Down 3-1?
I'm not even talking. I'm just 3-1, but winning it. Yeah. Period. Just being able to give the city something that they never had before, something that they haven't gotten since. Right? They're a good basketball team right now, but it's not the same. You think about how he left and went to Miami and all the backlash and the burning of the jerseys and the owner talking, smack, and then the owner having to basically, kiss LeBron's, at the end of the day. I mean, that's like the greatest. That's the greatest thing to me.
I would probably keep on the court. I would say being down 3-1, coming back to Cleveland, giving them their first NBA championship in the history of the franchise for sure. I think, frankly, for me, I always thought Michael Jordan was the pinnacle of where you were, reaching the top of your game on the court, and then building the business of Michael Jordan off the court. And what I've seen LeBron James do is take that same blueprint and raise it by a stake or two, right? Like what he's doing, becoming a part owner of the Boston Red Sox, Liverpool, all these teams. He's going to be a part owner of an NBA franchise.
While
it's
speaking
inevitable.
Truth to power the whole time.
While building the I Promise school, while standing up for, being an activist essentially in a way, and not being an easy road to navigate in real time, but while still competing at the highest level, even during, I would probably say this, Keith, all the stuff that happened in our country during the pandemic and in the bubble. And even though some people will say, well, it's easier to win when you're in the bubble, and that's going to be an asterisk.
Oh,
God.
God.
I still think the pressure that was on LeBron James in those moments to stand up for things bigger happening in this country to win while all the eyes were on him in the bubble is probably, to me, his greatest accomplishment.
First of all, everyone played in the bubble, not just LeBron.
But,
right?
people use it as an asterisk. Well, you're not traveling.
I want to say what I think.
Because that's what people say.
I want to say what I think LeBron's greatest achievement is, because I think on the court, you guys are absolutely right. It's the 2016 finals. The team had won 73 games he was playing against. The year before, he didn't have Kyrie or Kevin Love. Took him 6 games. That's one of his greatest achievements. But that team, 73 wins, to be down 3-1, to goad Draymond into that suspension. That's part of it, right? You got to test the other players, see if they can keep emotionally calm. He couldn't. Got Draymond out of there. And then, by the way, even to ice the game with a free throw at the end, which he'd been criticized for after he hurt his hand right on the previous play. The fact that they beat a 73-win team down 3-1 on the road was his greatest on-court achievement. But overall, what you guys are identifying, and I agree with, he has been under a microscope for 20-plus years since he was in high school. He is a 1 in 7 billion athlete because he's the greatest athlete on earth. But in addition to that, he's a 1 in a billion person, because how many people, given the microscope he's been under this whole time, for 20-plus years, since they were a teenager, would not only never step in it, as you said, Jay, like building up his brand and everything, but also speak truth to power in pivotal kind of socio-political moments of our country's history, and still not step in it, right? Like he's been at the forefront of things for 20-plus years. When I was 18, I've stepped in it 20 times, and I haven't been under the microscope like everyone has. Since you're 18 years old, where does he get the maturity, the emotional maturity to do what he's done is beyond me. He's a 1 in 7 billion athlete. He's a 1 in a billion person, too. It's unbelievable.
I remember when it was original, Key, like when he was coming out, he had the back tattoo of the Chosen One, right? People were like, oh, this guy calling himself the Chosen One. And you're like, but he really is, though. Yeah. He really is, and he believed it.
Yeah, he was the chosen one.
Power to words, man. Power to words on stuff like that.
He was the choosing one because he had to choose to take those gifts and hone it to this. He had to make choices all along the way. So I get it. He feels like touched. He's transcendent. I get it. But guys have talent, maybe not LeBron talent, but a lot of talent, and never turn out like that.
But that's guys like MJ, guys like Kobe, guys like Kareem, some of the guys who are the greatest to ever play the game. They all believed that they were him. They believed that they were the one. And that has been the difference between a lot of players and those upper echelon type of players.
Kornheiser and Wilbon on PTI discussed his greatest achievement. Listen.
I think winning in Cleveland is sort of cool. It's just sort of charming. And there's a fairy tale element to it. And I was talking to LeBron yesterday, and I know what that championship means to him. He grew up there, and he knows what it means to the people that he grew up with.
The crowning achievement is probably that he has won championships with 3 different franchises. I don't know that anybody else has done that. It's meaningful. How the decision plays into that is that sort of really created free agency in a way that we had never seen it before, and putting together super teams and gave players rights and power that they've never had.
See, I agree more with Michael than I do with Tony, because there's been players in sports that have won championships with other franchises. I don't know that there's been a player in a sport that has won a championship and been the guy in his own hometown. I mean, I know Byron Scott did it here with the Lakers, but Byron Scott was not the main ingredient. Yep. He was a piece of the puzzle, but not the main ingredient. I don't know that there's been another player in sports that has done that what LeBron's done.
And that drafted into a league by a dysfunctional franchise that couldn't get out of their own way, that couldn't win, at first he got them as close. He got them to the championship, but couldn't win it because he had nothing with him.
And he was a kid, too.
And he was a kid. Then he took matters into his own hands. We're like, wait, you're not going to do it for me? Empowered himself, made a team in Miami, won a couple championships, and then came back to Cleveland when they had gotten the message. Oh, we get it now. We got to get him something, right?
We get it.
Yeah, we understand it wasn't us. It was him. And came back to Cleveland and won a championship. But that never would have happened had he not left because they weren't going to do it for him. So all these athletes born into bad situations where they are, well, it's just the way it was. He did not accept that fate. Coming up, LeBron's the all-time scoring leader. But is he the greatest scorer? After Jay has this from O'Reilly.
Is your check engine light on? Don't ignore it, Max. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today and let their professional parts people scan your vehicle for free. They will retrieve the codes, discuss possible solutions, and even help you find a professional technician if needed. For check engine light diagnosis, repair advice, or the right tools and parts, get everything you need from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The NBA created the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. Abdul-Jabbar has long been committed to using his influence to engage on social issues to promote equality and fight discrimination. And in 2016, Kareem was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor.
Black History Always. Celebrating Black History Month on ESPN Radio.
This is where the king made history.
LeBron, one-on-one against Kenrick Williams, backing him in. Turns, shoots, scores! There it is! All hail the new king in town!
One of the most iconic records in sports now belongs to the king.
The king, LeBron James, has passed the captain.
Congrats to the new king of scoring in NBA history. The home of King James and the Los Angeles Lakers is 710 ESPN.
Is that a horse?
Actually, it's a wild stallion. Since Navy Federal Credit Union's Platinum Card made it easier to tame our holiday debt, I wanted to see if I could tame something else.
Uh-huh.
Help me saddle up. I need to pick the kids up from school.
With a low intro APR on balance transfers, the Platinum Credit Card lets you take control of your debt. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/platinum offer. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Hi. Who's this?
Buzz. He appears whenever you eat Honey Nut Cheerios.
Like a genie?
Sure.
Ooh, does he grant wishes? I wish I lived in a giant boot. No, I wish I could swim with a humpback whale. No. I can grant you a delicious bowl of High Nut Cheerios, which can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet. Ooh, with heart shapes, too.
Happy heart-shaped Cheerios are back for a limited time. Pick up a box of Honey Nut Cheerios at your local store for an easy, delicious, and heart-healthy start to your day.
Chris, this needs to go to Parkville by 3.
Joy to the holiday packages that keep coming at Jimenez Couriers.
Coming your way, but the drop-off location is changing.
She needs delivery drivers with the gift of punctuality.
Anyone looking to pick up some overtime? Anyone?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Wendy's 2 for $6 lets you mix and match some of our best items, like Dave Single with a 10-piece crispy nugs, medium strawberry lemonade with a spicy chicken sandwich, spicy chicken with a Dave Single with a strawberry lemonade, if you're into that. Chicken Sam, crispy nugs, strawberry lemonade, Dave's, nugs, Sam. Whew. Pick what you want at a price you want. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's 2 for $6. For a limited time, price participation may vary in U.S. Wendy's on the card only. Single item at regular price.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information information by dialing 800-285-2521. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-285-2521. 800-285-2521. 800-285-2521.
Every second counts in a poison emergency. That's why Poison Help is standing by 24/7 to provide free assistance in over 100 languages. Save Poison Help as a contact in your phone today. Poison Help. 1-800-222-1222.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason in Ireland on 710. I got something stuck in my teeth that's driving me crazy. Anybody got floss? I mean, isn't flossing in public a little gross? Yeah.
Monday at 1 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
And now a small business setback, set to smooth jazz.
It's late. You're driving in the rain with only one thing on your mind. The deer about to total your HVAC van. But with Progressive's 30-plus customizable coverage options, you're covered. The rest is just saxophone.
When running your small business gets rough, Progressive Commercial is there to smooth it out. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Twig this sound.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage and discounts not available for all vehicles or states. Policy terms and conditions apply.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Battery trouble? You might just need a fresh charge, and we can take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. You can learn more about our battery selection at AutoZone.com. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max in the morning
on LA's mega sports station.
LA Sports Talk all day long.
710 ESPN.
Westbrook to James at the elbow. James turns. The crowd wants it. James free throw line. James fade. Jumper. Good! NBA history in Los Angeles. LeBron James. A record that had stood for almost 4 decades. Now belongs to the King. 38,389 points and climbing.
That's how it sounded on ESPN Radio as LeBron James became the NBA's career scoring leader on a step-back jumper late in the third quarter, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. LeBron had 38 in the Lakers' 133-130 loss to the Thunder on Tuesday night. This game will be remembered for LeBron James breaking Kareem's record in front of Kareem in L.A. on, as Jay Will is the first to point out, LeBron's signature shot, just as Kareem passed Wilt, another Laker, on Kareem's signature shot. Meantime, Nikola Jokic posted his 19th triple-double of the season by halftime in the Nuggets' 146-112 rout of the Timberwolves. Jokic finished with 20, 16, and 12 boards. Ja Morant scored 34. Jaren Jackson added 24 and 5 blocks as the Grizzlies rallied in the fourth quarter to beat the Bulls 104-89, and that ends the Grizzlies' 3-game losing streak. Sports Centers presented by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility and great pay and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. Max's Real Rankings. Thursday keynote. So I am going to give my top 5 scorers of all time. Now, in honor of LeBron, their all-time points record. First, you want to hear J.J. Redick on the Old Man in 3?
I'd love to.
Calling LeBron the greatest scorer ever?
I'd love to, because that's what I said yesterday.
Here it is.
So he's essentially one of the 3 greatest all-time scorers by scoring average. Yep. It's not just a longevity thing. Better career shooting percentage from 2 than Kevin Durant. Better than Jordan. 9th all-time in threes. On top of that, he's 4th all-time in assists. The constant narrative about nitpicking things with LeBron, most of them are just not factual. LeBron James, is he an all-time great scorer? No, he is the all-time greatest scorer.
JJ Redick's a smart guy and an experienced NBA player. And he's right about his larger point about nitpicking is absolutely right on LeBron. But then he's wrong on certain things. And I'll clear him up right here. It's not that hard. LeBron James is certainly among the greatest scorers of all time. The question is he the greatest? Let me start by saying he has more points scored than anyone ever. Let me ask you this, Jay. If I said who led the league in scoring in a given year, are you going to point total or scoring average? Key, are you going to point total or scoring average?
I'm probably average.
Who led the league in scoring in a given year?
It all depends on the average. All depends on how many games one played.
Assuming they play a full season, more or less, Key. Assuming they qualify for the scoring title.
This list is just disrespectful.
Every time we say,
When you asked me, I was trying to get you the answer. But go ahead and get out. Give us your top five.
Every time we say who leads the league in scoring, we are 100% of the time talking about scoring average. Okay, that's the first thing.
Yeah, but the average doesn't.
And LeBron is among the greatest scorers. JJ points out he's top 3 scoring average, so he's among the greatest scorers. The question is, where does he rank? Okay, at number 5 all time.
Number 5,
Kobe Bryant, whose analytics will never look as good as the player he actually was because he played in a transitional era as the game was becoming more efficient and was among the greatest ISO players ever, right? But Kobe could score from anywhere on the court against anyone at any time. LeBron James, most of the reason his field goal percentage is higher than Kobe's is because his shots are coming within 3 feet of the basket. When you move him away from, and those opportunities are harder to come by. So, of course, he can get them more. He's bigger and stronger. But he can't do it as often, which is why he's not going to average. Usually, he's not going to lead the league in points as much as Kobe Bryant, who could score from anywhere. Once you move LeBron more than 3 feet from the basket, his field goal percentage is always under 40%. Always. Not the case with Kobe Bryant. Okay, he's the 5th greatest scorer. I think people who saw Kobe would agree. He's one of the greatest 5 scorers of all time. At number 4.
Number 4.
A contemporary of LeBron's, who I once had a big argument with Stephen A. on this on First Take. I said, as an offensive player overall, LeBron's better than KD. Because I think people conflate offensive player with scoring. But it's more than just scoring. And LeBron, as an offensive player, is stupid great. But as a pure scorer, KD, come on. They were contemporaries. No one in this era considered LeBron a greater scorer than Kevin Durant, who, like Kobe, could score from anywhere against anyone at any time. At number 3.
Number 3.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who had the single most unstoppable shot in the history of basketball, which is why he was a scoring champion in terms of total points scored until LeBron just took his record. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, in his day, was considered the best scorer in the league, as KD was, as Kobe was. By the way, Kobe and KD led the league multiple times in scoring. I believe Kareem only led the league once, but finished very high every single year. At number 2.
Number 2.
Wilt Chamberlain, who has the 2nd highest scoring average ever and led the league in scoring more than half a dozen times. I want to say off the top of my head it was 7 times. But Wilt Chamberlain, I know it was unfair. He's playing against little guys. He's doing it, but it did make him more effective in his day, right? It'd be like an 8-footer right now who's also faster and stronger than everyone else. And that's why, it was ridiculous. And at number 1. It's an uncontroversial pick. Michael Jordan has the highest scoring average, in spite of the fact that he's not Wilt, 7 feet, playing with 6 feet guys. He's a shooting guard. In an era where there were dominant big men, by the way, Michael Jordan not only led the league in scoring, which is what we mean when you say scoring champ, 10 times. But and was he doing it efficiently? I don't know. He also led the league in PER more than anyone ever, right? Including LeBron. So he's doing it more efficiently. And even when you look at his 3-point shooting, which was average for his era, because no one took the 3, he took 2 threes a game, something like that. The average team shot fewer than 10 threes a game. It was not a big part of the game. He was average in his era. It's a huge part of the game now. LeBron is almost average for his era. He's about average, maybe a tick below. But in his era, Jordan was a better three-point shooter compared to the league than LeBron is today, although it was not a big part of the game. And otherwise, Michael Jordan's offense was flawless. There was nothing like he was.
What was Michael Jordan's?
Wait, Jay, let me I want to just ask Max a question.
All right, LeBron's is 34.
Yeah, but it's 34 in a league that's shooting 35 or 6, and Michael's was 33 in a league that was shooting 33 or 2, and they weren't taking very many of them.
Slow down. Say that again.
So you say that Kobe Bryant can score against anybody, anywhere, anytime, all that, right? But LeBron cannot. Okay, which
pure scoring.
You said he can score. You said that Kobe Bryant can score against anybody, anywhere, any day, whatever. Yeah. But LeBron cannot. LeBron scores most are close to the basket, not away from the basket. His percentage drops as he goes further from the basket. Efficiency, got it. But Wilt Chamberlain is number 2. And he's underneath the basket. I'm only saying what you.
No doubt.
That's all. Because one guy, you say one guy is a giant, and the other people are small. So therefore, his 35,000 points or whatever, the points including the playoffs of his career was underneath the basket. That's what you said.
Okay, can I
just
address
a minute
the point?
I'm going to let you right now. Okay. I just want to know how you come up with that. That's all.
This is how. LeBron is opportunistic. When it's there, he'll take it. And maybe if you thought more about scoring and less about winning, he'd be an even greater scorer. I'm not denying he could have been an even greater scorer. Wilt Chamberlain's size allowed him to take that shot close to the basket basically whenever he wanted. LeBron, though he can get there a lot, it's hard to get to the basket, right? That's why otherwise everyone just goes straight to the basket. So Chamberlain's size made that shot closer to the basket more available to him more of the time than it is for LeBron.
Wait. I'm
going to let him keep going.
Say that again.
Wilt Chamberlain's size.
I am so lost on you.
Really?
Yes.
Wilt Chamberlain's size gave him more opportunities to score close to the basket than LeBron James. Therefore, even though LeBron is highly efficient close to the basket, of course, it's harder for him to get there than for Wilt.
So
I just asked the question. You good with
me? Score, making him a better scorer.
Jay, you want to chime in on this? I don't.
Wait, I'm so confused.
The ease with which you can score makes you a better scorer. The question is, how often can you do it? And it's easier for a guy with Wilt's size to get that easy shot than it is for a guy LeBron's size, especially in Wilt's era where he's playing against smaller guys.
So why is Wilt number 2 if he's easier?
Exactly. So if it's easier for him, why are you discrediting LeBron?
Exactly, Max.
That makes no sense. You just
zero sense.
Out of your point. We have to go to break. We'll talk about this when we come back. But you keep talking yourself in circles.
No, actually,
it's ridiculous. No, actually, it's not.
I just cross-examined him and he got himself in trouble. That's all.
This can't be this easy. All right, look, coming up. See how easy it is for me to get this shot? Just easy to score on YouTube, making me the greatest scorer. All right, coming up.
I can only imagine.
We're going to talk about this coming up.
Coming up, I want to talk about the difference between better and greater. That'll simplify some things for everybody. Pearls before swine. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, ESPN Radio. LeBron, one-on-one against Kenrick Williams, backing him in. Turns, shoots, scores. There it is.
LeBron, you are the NBA's all-time scoring leader.
Man, thank you, guys.
This is Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
This is where the king made history.
LeBron, one-on-one against Kenrick Williams, backing him in. Turns, shoots, scores. There it is. Oh, hell, the new king in town.
One of the most iconic records in sports now belongs to the king.
The king, LeBron James, has passed the captain.
Congrats to the new king of scoring in NBA history. The home of King James and the Los Angeles Lakers is 710 ESPN.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep your operation running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, Maria in Miami, and Jules in Troy, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with high-quality supplies for every industry, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor Every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call the Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Making Moves is brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs.
Bart Starr didn't play much his senior season at Alabama after a coaching change left most seniors on the bench. That didn't stop the Green Bay Packers from taking a chance on Starr, drafting him in the 17th round of the 1956 NFL Draft. The gamble paid off. Starr went on to a Hall of Fame career with 5 NFL championships, as well as winning the first 2 Super Bowls in NFL history, winning the MVP of both.
Build your winning team today. Go to linkedin.com/sports.
When there's a chance for a championship trophy, you need to have the right people in the right positions. That's why when you post a job for free, LinkedIn Jobs taps into a network of over 875 million professionals to find the right people for your role. LinkedIn Jobs helps you narrow down to only the most qualified candidates, which means you can start hiring the right people faster. Go to linkedin.com/sports to post your job for free. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
Over 2.8 million Americans have served in our military since 9/11. Many have returned home with devastating injuries and few resources for them and their families. This is news correspondent Bob Woodruff. I sustained a life-threatening injury while reporting from Iraq in 2006. The military had my back that day, and they have each other's while serving. It's time we had theirs. Please join us as part of the Got Your Six initiative. To learn more, go to gotyoursix.org using the number 6.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max in the morning.
LA Sports Talk all day long. 710 ESPN.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. My top 5 scorers of all time. At number 5 all time, Kobe Bryant. At number 4, Kevin Durant. At number 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. At number 2, Wilt Chamberlain. And at number 1, an uncontroversial pick, Michael Jordan. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max were presented by Progressive Insurance, where when we left off, you guys were saying, if I'm saying it was easier for Wilt Chamberlain because the easier shot close to the basket was available to him more whenever he wanted it because of his size.
Which makes it easier for him to score.
But the easier it is for you to score, the better scorer you are. That's the point.
But it's also against your contemporaries.
Yes.
Right? I didn't see Kareem playing against a lot of 7-footers.
No, he did. Kareem did.
As opposed to
Kareem, when he was an old man, played in the league with Hakeem and Ewing and David Robinson. He was better than those guys early on.
As an old man, but there was nowhere close to the size and the frame.
But he was still better than them when he was old and they were young. Like Kareem, but leave Kareem alone.
I'm not saying Kareem. Yeah. Kareem is
Cap played in the middle of his middle of his career.
You have Wilt on your list, right?
Yeah. The middle of the career, Cap, he played a lot of footers.
Yeah.
So it was more. No, I was thinking Wilt. Sorry, it was more Wilt. Around that time. So, but Wilt's on your list, right?
Yep.
He's number 2, Jay.
Yeah. Wilt
but it was easier for Wilt.
It was. He played in an easier era to score.
So, but it was harder for LeBron. So then that's how you use it against LeBron, but you elevate Wilt.
No. What I would say is this. There's a difference between better and greater. Better is an absolute term. Who can do more? Who can do this better than the other guy?
We were talking about
greater, and in that case, every era produces better and better players. Greater is more useful because they didn't play in this era. They played in that era. The skills weren't as advanced. They didn't work on the same kind of things. They worked on those kind of things. So you see how you did against your contemporaries, where you ranked among them, right? Now, it's a valid point. You must discount Wilt a little because of who he was playing against, or even if you want to say discount him a lot. But Jay, in that era, which was easier than LeBron's, he led the league in scoring, I think, 7 times.
I agree with that.
So you can't discount it to nothing.
No, but I can discount it overall compared to where the skill set of the game ultimately is in today's game, since I think today's game is exponentially harder than what the game was, and the modern athlete is drastically different than what it was back then. So I appreciate it, but I discount it because I look at it differently as opposed to his contemporaries.
I think that's a valid argument. If you want to knock Wilt down, I wouldn't knock. I think taking that into consideration, maybe I don't consider it as much as you. I knock Wilt. Wilt's not the greatest scorer.
If a dude is 7 feet tall and playing against a bunch of 5-footers and standing at the rim, all he got to do is put the ball in, Max. It's so much easier.
No question.
Okay, you said that LeBron James, in comparing him to Kobe Bryant, that LeBron James' shots are closer to the basket when most of his contemporaries are his size, height-wise, maybe not strength, but most of his contemporaries are, 6'6" and above when you get into the paint. But he's able to still muscle his way into the paint and still score and put himself in position. So you knock him down for that.
That's why. No,
but you don't knock Wilt down.
No, I don't knock him down.
You don't now that me and Jay has raised this.
You're misunderstanding the point fundamentally.
How can I be misunderstanding what you're saying?
I'll explain it to you.
You just explained it.
Key, LeBron doesn't have that shot as available to him as Wilt did. I'm not saying because it's easier for LeBron, it counts less. It would count more, but he can't get to the paint as easily as Wilt could in his era. Meaning, because if LeBron's field goal percentage is so high because he within 3 feet of the basket, forget it, and he can get there a lot. That's why he's such a great scorer. Right? Kobe could hit more shots from more places more consistently, but wouldn't be able to get to the paint as consistently as a guy who's 6'8", 260 pounds. But the 6'8", 260 can't get to the paint as much as the 7'1", 280 who played in an era of smaller people. But that makes Wilt a greater scorer in his time. It's like Wembanyama, 7'6". It's going to help him. If Wilt was playing today, you'd have to think about an 8-foot play.
I just want to let you know that LeBron James is more efficient from 2-point shooting percentage and 3-point shooting percentage than Kobe Bryant.
Yes.
If you take them away from more than 3 or 5 feet from the basket, I'd like to look at those numbers. Because
3-point shooting percentage is away from the basket.
No, the 3, because they didn't really shoot it.
With Kobe's shooting threes?
Kobe shot threes? What are you talking about?
He shot threes, but he didn't shoot 10 threes a game, 8
Neither
threes a game.
LeBron didn't start doing that until the later part of his career. Kobe started doing it too.
Yeah,
look, if you want to get
LeBron is more recent, obviously, than Kobe. So,
but LeBron,
towards the end of his career. Kobe shot a lot more threes at the end of his career.
Absolutely, 100%.
A lot more threes. Same with LeBron right now.
Less of his career was spent with the 3 than LeBron. How could you even argue that?
Less of his